It is anchored by an historic downtown filled with delightful restaurants, tourist spots, and a nearby world-class wine region. Join us as we discover global cuisine, acclaimed barbecue, award-winning wines, and a little bit of interesting art. San Luis Obispo, California. Come on, let's dine out along the road. That is so good. Every town, every city has its hot spots and hidden gems. Join us as we travel the back roads and the main highways, sharing the untold stories behind the food, drink, culture, and notable people that make up these unique treasures. Come on, let's dine out along the road. The heart of downtown SLO is home to Firestone Grill, where for almost 30 years, this family-owned business has been serving up their acclaimed tri-tip sandwiches, barbecue, burgers, and salads. Great food at a great price, and the great news, the Billingsley family has locations in Cambria, Bakersfield, and Fresno, too. The perfect spot for lunch, dinner, or to watch a game. The only requirement, bring your appetite. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't know if there's any restaurant, Al, in California that I'm more familiar with than yours. Perfect. I have literally eaten everything on your menu, like this. This is like your superstar, right? Your tri-tip sandwich.
That's the one.
Tell me a little bit about it.
We get here about 3 every morning, start prepping it, and we put it in the smoker for about 2 hours, and then we finish it on the grill.
Yeah, if there was a signature thing I could put on your restaurant, it is that one word, consistency. You know, the killer of most restaurants is inconsistency, but yours, every single day, it just comes out the same way, right?
I mean, that's what we strive to do every day. So, I mean, that's the name of the game.
Tell me about these fries. I mean, I've never had any fries that are better than your fries. I don't know, it's the oil that you fry them in, the secret little seasoning you put on there, simple, and they're so delicious. And there's the signature consistency right there. Those things come out the same way every time. How do you make those?
I think the secret, or you know, whatever you want to say, is the seasoning salt.
Yeah.
That's put on every item that you see here.
Yeah.
So that's, if you want to say there's a secret, that's probably it. So.
And I saw you rolling up your culinary skills back there because you made this salad.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of my favorites too. You know, if you're not really into the burger and the fries and the tri-tip sandwich, a really good, delicious salad. I mean, it's just simple ingredients once again, right? You got the bacon, the tri-tip, killer blue cheese. You know, honestly, I love this salad so much. You don't even have to put a dressing on it, I don't think. Well, it's so good. Of all the things I love here about your restaurant, the thing that I love the most is this guy right here. Yeah. Your hamburger.
That's a lot of people's favorite.
Oh my God.
That's my dad's favorite.
I'm gonna go in. I'm going in with this.
Go for it. It's the ABC burger. Obviously avocado, bacon, cheese. All of our burgers come with mayo 1000. Lettuce, tomato, onion. Yeah, that's our most popular burger.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the greatest steak sandwich in the world, 104, 104, come and get it. How deep is your family in the restaurant? Because you've got cousins and nephews and everybody everywhere, right?
Yeah, like I said, my dad gets here every morning at 2:30. He cooks the food, and then Matt, my cousin Matt, I think you know, runs Doghouse. And then my cousin Corey runs Bakersfield, and my brother Kyle runs Cambria. Each of us, you know, I run this. You know, it's a family. We take care of our employees. You know, I have employees like the one you'll speak to, Darnell. I mean, he's been here since day one. And I have probably 10 employees that have been here almost 20 years. So I mean, it's a special place in that sense. We're not corporate by any means. I mean, we treat everyone with respect, and you know that goes for the customers as well. So I mean, you know, it's just a it's a unique place, I think.
I don't know if there was a restaurant in California that is better at creating consistency than this restaurant. And really, for you, that's kind of your primary objective every day, is to make sure that that's maintained, isn't it?
That is what I'm here for. I'm here every day trying to make sure everything is running smoothly, the food comes out consistently and looking the same. When you come to a restaurant, you want everything to taste the same. When you want a tri-tip sandwich, you're coming to Firestone. I want to make sure when you walk out the door, that tri-tip sandwich tastes just like you want it to taste.
What's the fuel and passion that connects you here to the restaurant? What's driving that passion for you every day?
For me, every day, what drives it is just seeing the smiles on everybody's faces when they have a good meal, and just seeing how everybody comes complete and they're so happy. When 9/11 happened, I had so many people in this restaurant that just felt like they needed to come here for comfort.
Wow.
Because it was a very unstable deal, and that's where they felt security. And that let me know a long time ago how people really are starting to view the restaurant. It's more than just where they come for food, it's where they also come and feel security and safety. And that's probably what really drives me, and making sure that they're happy every time they leave and every time they come.
Yeah, I mean, world-class barbecue, comfort food with comfortable people, as good as it gets right here in San Luis Obispo.
Good as it can get.
Thank you, Darnell.
Cheers.
The volcanic hills of Edna Valley, with challenging soil conditions, warm days, and cool nights, provides the backdrop for Tolosa Winery. Here, beautiful, serene surroundings pair with technological advancements to produce timeless, profound wines of diverse and distinctive character. Tell me about this climate and this area here of San Luis Obispo, and what that does for winemaking for you.
Well, so I think we're going to start with the soils. So for example, just on the Tolosa ranch, we have about 60 different soils. So we have that I call it a true patchwork of different soil. And so we can plant the same varietal, exactly same varietal, same clone on a different, very different soils, and we get very different results. And by the diversity, we bring more complexity to our wines. So on top of that, yeah, we're only 5 miles away from the ocean. So we have that huge coastal influence, and it translates for us with a very mild weather. So when you add the soils and the climatology, I mean, it's a screaming spot to grow the 2 main varietals we have here, being Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
You've elevated the consciousness of this region, really, with your winemaking, because you think about it, there's been great wine being made in this region since the turn of the
1772.
the Franciscan monks were
yes.
Were making great wine here at the mission of San Luis Obispo de Tolosa. You're just kind of re-elevating that again, aren't you?
Yeah, that's a goal. That's a goal. We're just continuing history, you know. There's an history of wine growing and winemaking here, and we're just perpetuating that with new tools and with a vision of making, you know, world-class wine.
Explain to us a little bit about the distinction behind barrel tasting versus just like a regular wine tasting experience you'd have.
So a barrel tasting experience is completely different because these are not finished wines, and it's actually an opportunity to taste wines that are thieved directly from the barrel. So we offer Chardonnay and Pinot Noir single vineyard barrel tastings in this space. And as you can see, it also offers a bird's eye view of our production areas. So you can see the activity in the barrel room as well as our production space here at these state-of-art tanks.
Yeah, you kind of get to be a wine taster and a winemaker almost, because you can see that in the background. Which barrel are we taking?
It's your sneak preview.
Let's take this one.
Perfect.
Let's go.
This is our Salt and Stall barrel.
Yeah, this is awesome. Rodrigue, I'm excited to do some tasting here to see what your hand and that great soil and that Pacific Ocean have done to your wine. So
Let's do it, right?
guide us. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start with the Politi Chardonnay, single vineyard.
You're trying to convert me to Chardonnay.
Chardonnay and Pinot, both.
A beautiful color. Oh, that's fabulous. What are the notes that I'm supposed to be getting from that? That's a really light.
A lot of like honeycomb, cantaloupe. There's some citrus in the mouth as well, lemon custard. But you know, when we were talking outside about the weather, I think it shines into that wine. You get that bright acidity that makes the wine linger with you.
Yeah, it's got a lingering little connection at the end, but it's really light and refreshing.
Yes.
Right, and that,
Nice
you're proud of
tension.
that too, because
I
you
am.
know,
That's the style. That's the style we want
for
we want to achieve. Yes. I'm gonna bring you the Primera.
Yes.
So that's our
This is one of
flagship.
your flagship
Yes.
wines. Yeah. And tell me a little bit. You know, one of the things is a lot of people when they wine taste, they still taste by points, right? So
Yes.
I know that you've got 4 or 5 different of your wines that are really highly regarded from a point standpoint.
Yeah, we got fairly well rated this year. We got 5 wines above 92 points. You know, the way I look at it, it's a validation for me, those points. I see it as a validation of all the hard work we put in a vineyard, all the investment we made in a winery.
Yeah, that's an amazing accomplishment. 4 wines
And it's
in your
just the
line above 90.
beginning. It's just the beginning. We want to push that, you know, as far as we can. Of course, always make the best.
Wait for your 100-point one.
Cheers, right?
This is fabulous. If you find a piece underneath your shoe, it's going to ruin your day. If you find a piece underneath your desk, you're probably going to get mad. But here in downtown San Luis Obispo, you're just adding to another piece of art, Gum Alley. It's believed that some of this gum here in Gum Alley has been around since World War II. Luna Red, located in San Luis Obispo Mission Plaza, offers you an out-of-this-world culinary experience, featuring globally inspired cuisine, utilizing locally sourced ingredients, handcrafted cocktails, and an award-winning wine list showcasing the Central Coast's finest, all delivered in a casual, comfortable atmosphere. You know, the first thing when I feel when I walk into this restaurant is I think sexy. This place is really sexy. It's almost like you're transported to this really cool bar in Barcelona, Granada, maybe a little bit of Mexico City. Where did all this inspiration come together from?
Well, part of it was just the architecture of our building, which has been here, well, longer than I know. Used to be an old butcher building. So it's been here for decades. Definitely has in the exterior a lot of that Spanish mission-style influence, which of course we've got the San Luis Obispo mission right across the way there. And I think when Robin moved Luna Red into this building, he just kind of wanted to take a lot of what's going on outside and bring that same kind of liveliness and vibrance inside, featuring, you know, local artists and all of that.
It's beautiful. It's got a great vibe, a great energy, you know, and it's part of a family. You know, you think Robbins, and then you've got Luna Red, and then Novo, and you know, what's the real distinction for Luna Red? How would you separate that from the family of restaurants that you're all a part of?
I mean, the menu itself is definitely more globally influenced and a lot of Spanish influence. So that's a part of it. And as much as our sister restaurants are focused on fresh and seasonal and local ingredients, we really take that to the next level with how frequently we change our menu just to reflect, you know, growing seasons and whatever the freshest produce is that's going to be available in the area. Whereas the other restaurants have a more established, you know, menu that they keep consistent throughout the year. We are always making changes, always bringing in new, fresh local ingredients whenever we can, and that extends to the bar as well.
So I'm gonna make one of my favorites first. This is the 3-piece suit. It's a whiskey cocktail. We'll go with some fresh lemon juice, just a 3/4 ounce in there. A little fresh grapefruit juice to balance out the acidity. We do our house sour kumquat shrub here. A little bit of limoncello.
Wow. What kind of whiskey are you using? Like a little bit
This
bourbon
is the
whiskey?
Four Roses Yellow Label Bourbon.
Yeah.
From Kentucky. It's got a high rye mash bill. High rye makes it a little spicier.
Tell me a little bit about you. You know, how do you get into the mixology business and become a bartender? You're from here, right?
I'm from Sacramento originally, but I moved here, you know, back in 2005. I graduated from school, and I didn't have any big plans. And, you know, to be perfectly honest, I wanted to be a bartender because I knew that, you know, whether you win the lottery or you get fired, you're going to go to the bar and get a drink. So I was like, okay, you know, this is going to be a safe job. I'll be able to take that skill with me anywhere I go. So we give that just a couple ounces of a nice hoppy IPA.
Got a beautiful color to it. Absolutely awesome. Let's try a bit of this. Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's really good. Get the whiskey and the beer and the limoncello perfectly blended. The beer kind of brings it down. The limoncello kicks it right back up.
And there's a lot of whiskey in
That's
there,
a great
too.
job.
Yeah,
That's a nice job.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome. I'm looking at this beautiful feast, this visually gorgeous dish. Tell me a little bit about how your distinction to your paella, what makes it uniquely different?
Well, I mean, kind of unique to this is that we are using some local rockfish and snapper inside this one. The rice and the rice that we're using is a saffron blend that we use to cook it with. And so we're making everything in-house for it. The Criolla is an in-house, fresh chopped kind of Spanish-style salsa with bell peppers and onions and some chilies and fresh parsley instead of cilantro. You got that charred lemon that kind of adds that sweet burnt flavor when you squeeze it over the top.
Chef, this is no joke, man. This is like, there's a smokiness to this. There's just this deliciousness in there, soft and tender. The rice is like melt in your mouth. This is awesome. Tell me a little bit, you know, this is something from the culinary world I think it's a little overused. You know, farm to fork, sustainability. But for you, you really practice that. I mean, I know that you have a special way of making sure there's a freshness and a uniqueness to what you're making every single day. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the owners, Robin and Shanny Covey, they both have always, for the 35 years they've owned restaurants, have always shopped at the farmers market, and they have long relationships with a lot of the farmers and ranchers up in this area. And it just comes right out in the plates. It allows you to be able to put together incredible dishes because you're using great produce from local farmers.
Yeah. Okay, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is really ridiculously good. You know, that fish literally melted in my tongue as I put it in there. That is so good, Chef.
So that's our albacore ceviche. The big trick to that one is it's got a mezcal reduction in there. So you get that kind of peppery, hot spice from that mezcal. And then it's got some celery seeds, it's got celery hearts, the onions, the fresh grated horseradish over the top, and then our house-made sour citrus, which is a little bit of honey and citrus zest and juice. And it kind of all just blends together. That one kind of reminds me a little bit of a Bloody Mary because you get that tomato, the creaminess, the celery, the spice from the horseradish. So,
completely deconstructed Bloody Mary, but it's got that same smoky spiciness at the end too.
You get everything in one bite, and it's like it's like that Bloody Mary on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. There's only one description I can think about it in Spanish, and that's sabroso. I mean, this is as good as it gets. Great job, Chef.
Thank you very much, Ray. I appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. With deep roots in the wine industry, Sextant Wines takes advantage of the ideal wine grape terroir of the Central Coast to create unmatched old-world varietals. Sextant's focus on bold red blends is sure to please all wine lovers. And to satisfy your appetite after a day of wine tasting, their gourmet deli offers delightful paninis, salads, and delectable desserts. Amy, you know I am an uber fan of your wine and your winery. This is just really amazing. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind this tasting room here in Edna Valley.
It has a magical, historical essence to it. This is a 1908 historical town site, the old Edna town site. So we actually have encompassed the inside to be our gourmet deli as well as our tasting room for Sextant wines. And because of the magic it has, not only for the tasting room, but right in the back is one of the oldest AVAs in San Luis Obispo County. So very fun. We have the vines, we have the wine, and we have the gourmet deli right here on the wine trail.
That's awesome, and your deli is amazing. What's the experience you want your wine tasting person to experience when they come in here? What's that feeling you want them to walk away with?
Coming into my home.
Yeah.
Coming into my home, feeling comfortable, no matter what your background or education is in wine, from the very ground level all the way to, say, a somm. We can enjoy it, share it, and make you feel like it's in my home.
So Amy, guide us through this flight of deliciousness here.
Well, we're taking you a little lighter with our French rosé, Grenache-based, a little Marsanne and Mourvedre.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. You're going to get essence of wild strawberries, clean watermelon, crisp finish. Just a really nice prerequisite to any meal.
That is delicious. That is absolutely fabulous. Really light and crispy and has a nice little effervescence right down my throat.
Thank you.
Love.
This next one is our 2014 Wheelhouse Zinfandel. This is our flagship Zin.
Nice.
Raymond, or my nautical term. What is the wheelhouse?
Well, what I term the wheelhouse is like your sweet spot, like right in the center, the best of the best, right?
It is.
So
it
this
is.
you.
It's our flagship Zen. That's what started us, and is still our flagship Zinfandel.
Wow.
Isn't that
Delicious.
fantastic?
Yes, you know, those bold, strong Zen flavors, but nice and smooth. That's a great wine.
Does it
That's
make
awesome.
you smile? That's all I want to know.
It does.
Good.
It does.
Good.
It does. I can't take it off, but yes, it makes me smile. I love it. It looks like this is like the way it was in the turn of the century. I know you went through a little renovation process back here, but tell us what's going on back here.
Sure. This was actually the old Edna town site, and it was a train stop. So this was its own town site with the homes, with the creamery, the blacksmith. We have an 1869 bluebelly barn. So it has that history. I think Patia's vision, who actually owns the town site now, was she wanted somewhere that you could eat, drink wine, and sleep.
Yeah.
So we've pretty much done this here.
What a great space, and what a
Thank
great
you.
way to spend a day. Come and wine taste and hang out and spend a little time with all of you and
Aw.
experience a little history of what it would have been like to hang out here in Edna Valley
Isn't it?
in the 1800s.
I think it makes
Super
you
cool.
slow down.
It does.
You know, that's
It
why they call
does.
it slow town.
Yeah.
And the happiest place
Yeah.
of all is because you really do slow down and enjoy your life. We
Yeah.
drink fabulous wine.
Yes.
We eat gourmet food right here on the wine trail, and then we're part of this beautiful old Edna town
It's
site.
just gorgeous. I just wish the weather was better.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's awesome.